This month I had the pleasure of working with two professionals that I will introduce you to during the show. The first one is Morris Carson. Morris is our lead foreman at Woodbury Elementary School. And I had the great fortune to spend the morning with him, watching him prepare the school for the kids coming in, and throughout the morning going through different duties to make sure that the building was set up and everything was ready for kids as they progressed through breakfast and getting ready for lunch, and through different areas of the school during their learning activities. It's really critical that our buildings are maintained at a high level and high quality. When community members come into the building, the first thing they'll notice will be the cleanliness and what type of building, what the shape of the building is. The impressions of our buildings and how well things run really fall on the shoulders of our lead foreman and our other custodial staff to make sure that the building is ready to go. Morris's day starts long before the school day starts for kids, preparing the building, preparing our entryways, preparing for our breakfast program. I started out my day a little behind. I got there a little late, and Morris pointed out that I wasn't on time. And I certainly didn't feel good about that as I started out my time with him. The reason I mention that just humorously is the dedication that Morris shows to the building and the pride that he has in what he does to prepare the building for our kids and for our staff. He is a professional and committed and is dedicated to taking care of details that maybe other people may not notice, but it's very important in the overall functioning of the building. So there's many things that go into the day to get things ready for kids. One is certainly making sure that the entryways are clean and clear with a winter like we've had this year. But that clearing of the entryways so people can travel into the building safely is the first thing that Morris takes care of if the weather dictates the need for that. He also makes sure that as you enter the building that the floors are in great shape and clean, and everything looks respectable as you come in. We started out in the morning preparing for our breakfast by making sure the milk container and the refrigerator was loaded and ready to go, and to make sure that the cafeteria was clean. Morris put me to work quickly on working on the floor cleaning, the scrubbing machine, and had me drive through and taught me a little bit about how to use the machine, so we got that cleaned and ready to go. I also broke a few pieces of our coat rack because I wasn't that good at the driving, but he was very gracious on telling me that was okay and he'd repair it. We also took care of the gym floors and the floors in the full entryway. We then looked at certain needs that teachers had. One of the things that Morris is responsible for, and all of our lead foremen, is if there's issues in the classroom that may need to be addressed before the lessons can take place. So we traveled around the building and took care of a number of details. We also then did some work on cleaning filters for our HVAC system. And so depending on the skill set and the needs in the building, the lead foreman also has responsibilities for helping with the maintenance, some of the maintenance aspects of the building. What I was impressed with, as I said at the beginning, was the professionalism and dedication that Morris showed to making sure that building shined, so to speak, and everything was working well. It's very important to me as a superintendent that our environments are set up for kids, and that everyone that's involved in working in every aspect of the district is taking responsibility for preparing the learning environment, so as we get into the classroom, our kids are ready to learn and there's nothing that impedes their learning throughout the day. Morris does that on a phenomenal level. He has a great personality, a great sense of humor. The staff and the principals spoke so highly of working with Morris because regardless of what the request, he's ready to take that on. There's nothing in the building that he doesn't consider his responsibility as far as helping teachers and staff and kids progress through the day. Why don't we take some time now to meet Morris and hear about his view of his position and how he thinks about the work that he does each and every day. Hi, I'm at Woodbury Elementary, and I spent the morning with Morris Carson, our building foreman. And he was gracious enough to take me around and show me the things that he does to keep our building running, to get the classrooms ready, and help our teachers and our staff prepare for our kids, along with keeping the building looking outstanding. I'm very proud of our buildings, and as you enter all of our buildings, you'll see that they're well maintained, clean, and they're a place of learning. So, Morris, thanks for spending some time with me this morning.
Well, that wasn't a problem. It was an experience to me. Spending time with someone who above you make you feel better. It make you let them see everything you do around here. And then to put them in your place, that's a better and bigger thing. I liked it that.
Well, how long have you been the foreman here at Woodbury Elementary?
You can say going on 3.5 years at the most.
Great. And what is your favorite part of this job?
The favorite part of this job is coming in every day, being here every morning. And basically, when you're a custodian, people look at you as lower. But when you got people in this building, I have a great team. Hello, Morris, how you doing? Then when they found out I had that great sense of humor, that made me come here every morning. I mean, the alarm clock don't even go off at the house. Mm-hmm. So that's why
I saw kids saying hi to you, and they're greeting you in the morning. They're excited to see you.
Yes.
And is that part of the positive aspect?
I like that. Make me feel real good, because that make me know that I'm wanted around here.
Yep.
You know, like when people don't speak to you, it's like, who is he? He's just a custodian. No, this building make you want to be here. Everyone, especially the principal. She the one who influenced me to lose weight.
Oh,
I really appreciate Miss Schaefer a lot, and the crew who came with her.
Oh,
so, and now I'm a part of the crew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I was really impressed with the systems you have in place, the routines that you go through every morning to make sure things are set up for kids and for the building. Is that something that you learned on the job, or something you brought with you as you thought about how you make sure that the building runs smoothly?
Well, to really be honest with you, I floated for 5 years. I floated to every building in the district, and I floated in the morning time with Foreman. And I see how they had things together. So what I done here, I took a little from each building, and I put it together in my own way. And it's comfortable for me. Now I got floaters coming here asking me, how you do this here, how you do that there? And I show them how I do it. It's, as you would know, work smart, not hard. Mm-hmm. But the longest the work get done, everybody happy.
Yeah. And I see a lot of pride in your work and pride in the building. And is that something that you help instill in the other people that work at night?
I make sure that things go on like that a lot. And the people at night, they take pride in their work. Mm-hmm. Jim and Mr. Joe, they take a pride in the whole lot of work. Because I can come in the morning time and I would see they feel just like I feel in this building.
Great. Now, if you had to evaluate me this morning on my working with you, how did I do?
You done great. You done real great.
Okay. Well, I want you to know that I think our building engineers and our foremen and our custodians are so important for our success, because we have to have the right environment for kids to learn, and that comes from first having a well-run building, a clean building, a building that is comfortable in the environment, and then also with your personality, welcoming kids just like all the teachers do. So I can't thank you enough for everything that you do, and I really appreciate the time I spent with you this morning.
I really appreciate the time I spent with you, and I believe that you tricked me. I believe you know everything you was doing.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you. Well, this was another wonderful time with my, as we call it, Undercover Boss. But I am so impressed with the people that we have in our system, and why we are such an outstanding school district is because everyone from our building foreman to our classroom teachers and our central administrators care about what happens for our students every single day. So thank you so much for the support you've shown the South Washington County Schools, and look forward to talking to you soon.